In today's video, I'm going to be talking about the rise and fall of a self-proclaimed messiah, Verydarkman. A lot of us came in contact with Verydarkman in 2022 when he was going band for band with Jenny's Glow, dragging them, helping NAFDAC to lock up their building and all of those things. At that moment, Verydarkman was a messiah to all the young girls out there. But then what changed? What exactly happened to VDM? Martins Vincent Ose, popularly known as Verydarkman or VDM, is a Nigerian activist, critic, and social media influencer. He grew up in Lagos, Nigeria, and was born 8 April 1994. He earned a bachelor's degree in business administration from the University of Lagos. Currently, he serves as a social media influencer, a critic, and a human rights activist. Verydarkman gained mainstream attention in 2022 following his associations with Nigerian celebrities. Now, I remember this very well in 2022, where Jenny's Glow, a popular skincare Nigerian brand, arrested and detained this very young girl in police custody for the reason that she criticized Jenny's Glow products and the effect it has had on her skin, as against what she was being told that it was going to do to her skin. So this is very common amongst anybody who is on social media. There was a time where everybody was revolting against Jenny's Glow and how it just bleaches people, it spoils your skin, and this Nigerian brand basically did not do anything about it. They were silent on the issue and were rather posting and just propagating more of their products than being concerned of what citizens or the masses think about their products. So you could imagine the happiness on everybody's face when Verydarkman intervened, and at that time it seemed more like he was such a messiah to the people. I remember he was able to get NAFDAC to lock up Jenny's Glow store in Abuja, and I think the one in Lagos as well, and then they were dragging each other, him and the Jenny's Glow owner and all of that. And to every random person, we were all excited, or will I say we're praising this young man who had the courage to stand up and do something about what young women were facing in society. This was not the end of Verydarkman, as a matter of fact, because after this issue passed, Verydarkman gained more attention after uploading controversial videos on his social media handle, particularly his Instagram. In June 2023, Nigerian singer Davido followed him on Instagram and publicly endorsed him. Verydarkman was subsequently nominated for awards for Influencer of the Year by Silverbird and many other platforms. This is to say that Verydarkman reached an all-time high within a very short period of time. This is from 2022 to 2023. This is definitely marveling for me, because I have never seen an influencer grow so fast within a short period of time. But that was just the level of charisma that this young man had. That was the level of attractiveness he brought to himself by just being an activist and a lover of people. He was able to draw so much crowd to himself on all his social media platforms. So where exactly did it all start to go wrong? Verydarkman became a little too cocky and too expressive with his social media accounts. Whether he was dragging different celebrities for no just reason or just picking a fight with a random person, Verydarkman was in everybody's faces a little too much. Too much to the point where it became irritating. Just read some of these comments I was able to find under posts about Verydarkman. So you can see that eventually it was as if the masses were turning against Verydarkman, because Nigerians felt he was doing too much and dragging people that were not necessarily needed to be dragged at that moment. I very much remember Verydarkman dragging Hilda Baci, Bobrisky. In fact, Bobrisky was one of his major celebrities that he focused his attention on. He was so upset, or will I say outraged, by the fact that a person or a cross-dresser like Bobrisky was allowed to roam free. Meanwhile, there was a same-sex marriage prohibition act in Nigeria still enforceable that bans people like Bobrisky from being in existence. Furthermore, Verydarkman was arrested in March 2024 on allegations of cyberbullying, cyber stalking, including false accusations against Nigerian actresses and officials. He pleaded not guilty and was remanded in police custody until his hearing on May 29, 2024. After 2 weeks in detention, he was released. Tell me why in June 2024, he was arrested again at his Abuja residence on defamation charges related to a social media expose. Now remember that Verydarkman went on a very long rant insulting Nigerian politicians who he believed were cohorts or accomplices of, Bobrisky and other very dangerous people in society that should be in custody. This had him in a lot of trouble because the law and the government officials were looking for him. I remember when the first picture of Verydarkman being in police custody came out. It was something to laugh and also be concerned about at the same time, because you had some people who were happy that he was finally put down by the police, and some who were concerned as to why he was kept there for so long without being charged of an offense. Eventually, Verydarkman was let go on these allegations and there was no other arrest made, contrary to initial reports. After all is said and done about Verydarkman and the rise and fall of his life, my major concern is the fact that pride really goes before a fall. I believe that Verydarkman was doing too much. He was meant to be a human rights activist for people of the less privileged or the minority in society. But I guess there is this ego and pride that comes with being so high and mighty, to the extent where you feel you can take on anybody and everybody. My advice is that in everything we should do, there should be a limit to it. There should be a level of realization that it is okay that it ends here. There is no need to continue fighting everybody and anybody, especially if there is no need to keep on fighting. I believe that Verydarkman should have remained the human rights activist he was and just kept on fighting for people who did not have the voice to talk or to express themselves. He should have just been a watchman or a guide for the minorities in society or the poor who did not have the ability to challenge the government officials for their rights, rather than involving himself in unnecessary and frivolous allegations. Thank you so much guys for staying with me. Let me know what you think about this video and Verydarkman, the rise and fall of a self-proclaimed messiah, in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts. Help me like and subscribe to this video guys. Bye.